Hello, how's everyone doing today? So today we're running a bit late, we're on a time crunch. We woke up very late and because of that, we're getting very, we're probably gonna show up really late. It's now 4:20 and the thing starts at 5 and it's gonna take an hour to get there by bus. And also we need to go to probably to QFC or something and pick up food because it's potluck. Because I don't really have time to cook anything. Now I'm just sitting here making this video because Abby's still in the bathroom getting ready. So
straightening your hair takes a lot of time and a lot of effort.
Trust me, I know. From experience, I could tell you that I know. But yeah, I should probably start over. I probably should start from the beginning. So we're in a hurry to go to Curious Space, and then hopefully after that the church, where there's going to be another event. So today is November the 20th, 2013. So that means it's the Transgender Day of Remembrance. It's just a day to honor our brothers and sisters who have fallen victims of hate crimes. A few days ago, I was working with Josh on his project at Curious Space, and the project was basically just take this giant banner and take the markers and just just jot down the names, ages, and locations of the transgender victims of hate crimes. And I noticed that there was a huge number of people from South America, from Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, cities nearby, and also in North America, here in Mexico. A lot were in Mexico, and when it comes to the States, it's on the east side. I don't know why. The east and the south. A lot in Texas, a lot in New York, and places between. And what kind of makes it really sad is the fact that a lot of them are very young. The most repetitive ages that I noticed were kids between 15 to 23, our age. And I have a lot of friends in between that age range. The first name, because we were doing it chronologically, so the first name I've written down was Venus. I could pronounce her last name, so I'll just call her Venus X. Her last name is, you could look it up online. She's the first transgender girl victim. I think she's actually the first transgender victim of hate crimes. At least fatal hate crimes, or at least recorded hate crimes. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's way earlier before her. Now, she was murdered on 1988, so the same year that I was born. So, and that's not the only similarity that I have with her. I mean, besides the fact that we both identify as transgender girls, and the fact that I was born on the same year that she died, or murdered, we share other similarities such as, okay, so the way she died, she was strangled. She was, the police say that she was strangled to death. So it's kind of ironic because the only hate crime, at least the only physical hate crime that I've been a victim of was actually strangling. I was strangled last year. And here's another similarity. When I was strangled, that was in June 13th of 2012, and I was 23 at the time. When Venus died, she was 13. Not 13, bad. Why am I saying 13? 23. I was 23 last year at the time. And when she was strangled and murdered, she was 23. So I guess we kind of went into the same path, but she was murdered, but for some reason I survived. I don't know. Honestly, you could talk to anybody who I talked to after that event. I honestly felt like I was gonna die. I honestly, at that moment, I didn't think that I would walk away from it. But thankfully I did walk away from it, and because of what happened, I left Kuwait. Of course, my parents still didn't forget what happened that night. My mom still blames herself, and whenever I talk to my dad about it or mention it, just like to clarify a point or something like that, he would just say, yeah, I'm just sorry, like, we took you to that place, because he was supposed to, like, cure me or whatever. But anyways, this isn't really about me. This is about the people that have been victims of fatal hate crimes. After finishing writing the names, it took about 5 hours with Josh to write the names down. After we were done, I stood up and I just realized I was actually like standing on all of these names. When I was standing up, because we were like writing it on the banner so small so it would fit all the names, when I was standing up, I couldn't really read the names because I was so far, but I could just like look at the names and I'm like, wow, we wrote down a lot of names. And that kind of makes me sad. It makes me sad that, it really makes me sad the fact that all of these people were murdered just because people didn't understand what they were going through. I mean, that really doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry if I offend anybody by saying this, but for me, being a transgender is somewhat like a disease. That's why, for me, the cure to that is to take hormones, to undergo surgery, and all of that stuff. That's, for me, that's fixing myself. So it's like I was born with this birth defect, and I'm trying to fix it. So, in other words, if you look at it from my perspective, you would see that all of these are just people who also were born with, who were born differently, and all they really wanted to do was to fix what was wrong. And people punished them for that. People killed them because they were trying to fix it. I mean, I'm sorry, but that really doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, when a child is born differently, usually the parents, the doctor, and everyone around them would try to help as much as they can to make the child better, to ensure that they would live a happy and healthy life. But for us, because society isn't really willing to accept transgender as something real, they just dismiss it and they label it as just cravings and desires and just like something that we choose to do. And it really makes me sad. Anyways, I'm sorry if I turned this vlog into a standard transgender Day of Remembrance video. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of those videos going around. And
I tried making one.
yeah, I mean, they also made one. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try to, stay alive, not for myself, but I guess not to add to that list, because adding to that list will make someone else sad. Because it really did make me sad. Every single name that I had to write down, it made me sad. So I guess I don't want that list to grow any bigger. And it already is growing bigger. I mean, the list, we only covered up to last year, till 2012. What about the people who died this year? I mean, there are a lot of people, a lot of unrecorded people who have died. And also, when we were typing the list, that was supposed to be global, and yet I only found like just a few from British, just a few from Germany, just a few from China. I'm pretty sure that's not accurate. Those are really huge places with really strict rules. And what about the Middle East? There is literally no name. I've literally written down no name from the Middle East. That's BS. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them. It's just they don't really mention them. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you know a transgender person around you, and you probably do, they're probably just hiding or something. But if you do, just don't push them. They're probably under a lot of pressure as it is. Just try to be understanding and accepting and let them be. Life is really hard as it is. Anyways, I'm not going to turn this vlog into any more of a cliche. So, I better go. Are you ready, Abby?
Just about.
Okay, I should probably leave. It's 4:30 right now. It's literally 4:30 sharp. We have half an hour to make it to Greece. We're probably gonna show up really late. And I don't know how we're gonna be able to make it to the other thing, which is supposed to start at 7.
Why don't we just go ahead and...
But hopefully we'll do both. I want to do both, so hopefully we'll do both.
Okay.
I want to show my support everywhere in Seattle. And there's literally just those 2 official gathering. I mean, there might be more.
There's one to come.
I'm talking about Seattle, Abby. So, yeah, have a good day. Stay safe and take care. Bye.